Welcome to the J.R. Hendrick Texan Gentleman, the podcast that deals with the early life of J.R. Hendrick. And now, a radio appearance of his father on the Blake Carter Show, Detroit, Michigan, July 12, 1995. Chasing justice in the world full of economic funk. This is the Blake Carter Show. I have here as a guest the administrator of the Office of Policy and Liaison with the Small Business Administration, and also administrator of the Entrepreneurial Affairs Agency, James Brian Hendrick. Jim, how are you? In many ways, better than I deserve. As you can see, I'm at the Detroit convention of the Michigan Federalist Society, and I have a keynote address here in a little bit that I wanted to stop and talk to Jim. Jim, what do you think is the state of the economy in small business? We are in decline. The indicators keep in this the slowest growth possible. We had good chances for potential success in the first quarter. A steep drop in the second quarter. And the third quarter, the way it's beginning right now, no promise. Clinton keeps promising. But you see too many other wrong indicators to prove that. Can't prove any otherwise. Slow economic growth. Unemployment, I think, in some ways is still stagnant, except in certain populations. Clinton can claim he did something about unemployment until the cows come home. But there hasn't been that much economic growth. There was more promise last year. And that was because people had enough and had a conservative revolution. Indeed they did. What do you think is his focus now that's blocking from helping small business? Well, it's obvious. The war in Bosnia. I thought I'd shoot my mouth and not talk about it, but I have to. We're getting our boys in too knee deep in this. I'm glad you finally come around to that. Well, Clinton is setting up this social policy world order thing that benefits the investors on Wall Street, the big ones, but not the mom and pop businesses on Main Street. Sooner or later, you're going to have corporate takeovers of everything. And why? Because Clinton prefers to do business with corrupt multinational corporations. I'm glad you're starting to see my come around on this, Jim. Well, I've seen enough of the power games in D.C. I came back. I went into executive session on the 5th of July. Next thing you know, I get a call on the 6th of July saying, hey, we need you to come to Philadelphia and then Detroit. Are you going to be staying in Detroit for a while? No, unfortunately, there's been tragedy in the family. I have to return to Midland to be with most of my family. Except my son, J.R. He's locked into this internship, and so he's doing this. One question that I and probably most of the public has is this. Is there no doubt that this is impacting American families in a big scale? Yes, it is. Has been. And I'll tell you why. We had promised growth in the first quarter, but it didn't materialize. You want to know why? Because Congress failed to pass faith-based initiatives. It passed in the House, but it failed because a few in the Republican Party joined some of the Democrats to make a dang filibuster. And that's where the problem lies. No doubt, Jim, and that's what I see as a huge problem in America, and I see that you're doing what you can. Well, I'm going to be meeting later on tonight with Congressman Alex Romney. We're going to have a late night champagne dinner, and then tomorrow, of course, I'll fly out to Midland. Okay, then. Well, hope all goes well with you guys, and I'm sorry for your loss. Well, it wasn't my mother-in-law. That's coming, but we got some other issues to deal with, no doubt. All right, thank you so much, Jim. All right, guys, we're going to take a break here after a while. We'll get back to your phone calls. I'm expected on stage at 6, so I want you guys to know that we're not going to stop fighting for this country, because we're worth fighting for. This is a republic to be saved. Whatever you do, don't catch stupid and don't catch the communist wave. Let's not play games with our country, people, because you know what this is all about. We'll be right back after hearing a message from our sponsors. And thank you, Jim, for being on board. This program is brought to you by the following fictional ad. A quality Christian education that you can afford. Wonderful classes in the undergraduate, graduate, and all the way from the associate's degree, all the way up to a number of doctoral degrees as well. Odessa University College. This is a 4-tier university college that has an award-winning business school and a law school and a variety of programs to choose from. Enrollment at Odessa University College begins on August 12th. Classes begin August the 29th. Hope you enjoy listening to the J.R. Hendrick Texan. Gentlemen, if you like what you hear, please subscribe, become a part of the adventure. This is the James Hendrick Empowerment Network saying until next time, get ready for the rest of the story. More bumpiness.